Hello everyone, this is Dr. Ku from Cleveland State University. Welcome to watch the video about Introduction to Data Science and Visualization. Before we get started, let me introduce myself first. I've been in IT areas for more than 25 years. I've been a software hardware engineer, programmer, web developer, researcher, and instructor. I'm typically interested in machine learning and natural language processing. I teach courses such as database, data mining, video analytics. My recent research focuses more on deep learning algorithms, data analytics, and information visualization. This slide shows my recent publications. EMDiS is a frequently used journal ranking standard, and an impact factor measures the impact of journals. A good journal requires 2 to 5 years to be accepted and published. I have been very active in both teaching and research on data science, typically in natural language processing and information visualization. In this video, I will cover two topics, data science and data visualization with examples. I try to keep my explanation simple so the majority of audience can understand it. Artificial intelligence, or AI, makes it possible for machines to learn from experience, adjust to new inputs, and perform human-like tasks. Most AI examples that you hear about today, from chess-playing computers to self-driving cars, rely heavily on deep learning and natural language processing. Using these techniques, computers can be trained to accomplish specific tasks by processing large amounts of data and recognizing patterns in the data. This comes with the idea of data science. Both computers and humans need to process and digest a huge amount of data to discover patterns, find insights, and make decisions. If we look at the picture, data science is at the intersections of fields such as business, computer science, statistical analysis, and so on and so forth. This means to process and analyze data and even make sense of data, it requires collaborative efforts between different fields and experts. To be more specific, data science is a set of fundamental principles that guide the extraction of knowledge from data. It involves processes and techniques for understanding phenomena via automatic analysis of data. So data and the capability to extract useful knowledge from data should be regarded as key strategic assets from the company. Unfortunately, most data contains noises. To find the insights from the huge amount of data, we rely on data mining techniques. Data mining is kind of the process of finding anomalies, patterns, and correlations with the large amount of data sets and predict outcomes. Using a broad range of techniques, you can use this information to increase revenues, cut costs, improve customer relationships, reduce risks, and more. Data science often is applied to more broadly than the traditional use of data mining. Understanding what is relevant and then make good use of that information to assess likely outcomes. Of course, we need to deal with the data with a more systematic and modeling approach. As a data scientist, we spend roughly about 80% of our time understanding and pre-processing the data. The modeling stage comes the primary place where the data mining techniques are applied to the data. So it is very important to have some understanding of fundamental ideas of data mining, including the techniques and algorithms that can help. Before machine can learn something, you have to either give computers some information to learn or ask computers to discover something new based on the selected information. So let's look at some cases. Similarity matching is kind of the basic for one of the most popular methods for making product recommendations. Finding people who are similar to you in terms of the products they have liked or have purchased. For example, Netflix is interested in users similar to other users having the same backgrounds or interests. Co-occurrence of products is kind of the common type of grouping. We also call it market basket analysis. It attempts to find association between entities based on transactions involving them. Co-occurrence grouping considers similarity of objects based on their appearing together in transactions. For example, in Amazon, pairs of books that are purchased frequently by the same people. People who purchase the first book are more likely to purchase the second book. This common result grouping is a description of items that occur together. Thus kind of information usually includes statistics on the frequency of the co-occurrence. The cases only shows a small portions of how technology can be used to solve problems, discover something new, and even used to provide decision-making information. However, to make a decision, we rely on more visual perceptions that comes with the information visualization. We all have been long trained to learn language, math, science, but not to train about how to tell a good persuasive story. In next section, I will show you some examples of what I'm talking. Here is some data. There are 4 sets of data here, each with 11 sets of XY coordinates. Looking at this table, it seems like the numbers are random. There is no relationship between the coordinates. Let's look at some more information about these data sets. By running a few statistical tests, we can determine the mean, variance, correlation, and linear regression, which can tell us more about this data. It turns out that these 4 data sets have the same means, same variance, same XY correlations, and even boil down the identical linear regression. In fact, it looks like these 4 data sets are particularly identically based on this analysis. Is that true? Let's look at the next slide. In statistics, linear regression is an approach for modeling the relationship between variables. So regression is related to classification, but two are different. Informally, classification predicts whether something will happen, whereas regression predicts how much something will happen. So here are the sum of all 4 data sets. We try to plot it visually. We will find it actually they are so different. So we cannot simply rely on statistical analysis. We want to tell something whether that's different. Information visualization will be important for us to understand it. Today, it's too easy to generate tables, charts, graphs. So we have seen too many hit and run presentations. They try to just grab and generate information and present it, but actually it generates more disasters. People look at these slides, they cannot even understand it. So what people wanted, they want pearls or oysters. Actually, we can see bad graphs everywhere in today's newspaper, social media, and even TVs. So let's look at some examples. This slide shows an example of static selling. Could you tell me what happens in a few seconds based on the chart you have? It's so difficult, right? Let's switch to a light chart with some help information. Right now, it's getting better. We can see 2 employees quit in May and found that an increase to the volume in August, and then it haven't been able to catch up since. Let's look at the other example. Usually, we try to survey users, understand how users react to certain issues that we are interested in. For example, we would like to know people's feeling about learning data science before and after. Pie charts have been frequently misused for this purpose. As you can see, it's kind of difficult for us to do the comparison, right? How to solve this problem? We have to try the different visualizations. So how about right-hand side? Right now, we use the bar chart for comparison with 2 colors, gray and blue. Now we have a better understanding of what happens. So how to tell a story with the data? The first one, you need to understand the context. The second one, you want to choose an appropriate visual display. The third one, because of the limit space, you want to eliminate most of the clutters. And then you want to let user focus attention where you want it. Think like a designer and tell a good story. Thanks for watching the video. To learn more about how data science can help you better manage your business, please contact the EMDiS Center or visit our website for more information.